All right, welcome to Mindcrushers, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa!
All right. It's been a while since our last one, but we're in the month of chaos. We're around the last week out here, and the month of chaos is just a month on the channel. We've doing all sorts of random chaotic elements on the channel. This is a series we have going on, but it's been a while since we've done it. It's called Mindcrushers. It's from the two co-creators of Cards Against Humanity. So that kind of sense of humor we got going on here with basically random questions, anything from like pretty like thought-provoking discussions to complete nonsense, like one-off jokes. It's like there's a whole spectrum here, but there's a ton of cards to get through. We do 10 an episode here. Are you ready to get your mind crushed?
I'm ready to get it crushed right now. You better crush it good.
All right, well.
you better crush it real good.
Not safe for work. You'd be hard pressed to find an episode of Mindcrushers that doesn't go over some not safe for work.
It's very true.
In fact, this one's called Tough Titties.
Yeah, there you go, right there.
Okay, so it asks, where the fuck does the phrase "tough titties" come from?
I don't know. It might maybe something. It could potentially be like a farming thing, like because like teats right. when you're milking cows and stuff like that. It's like, oh well, that one's tough. That one's not it's not. It doesn't want to squeeze out the milk super well.
But that doesn't make sense. Okay, I guess so. So
honestly, I have no idea.
A tough titty on a cow is bad.
Maybe, yeah, maybe it could be like a bum teat or something.
I gotta say, it's been a long time since I've heard the phrase "tough titties," though. It's not really used often.
Me too, actually. It's I don't hear it super often either. I also wonder if it could just be fun alliteration. It's like it's kind of a it's a crasser word, and then you're using it with alliteration. Tough, tough titties.
Mm-hmm.
So
fair enough.
I don't know.
Jury's out on where that came from.
That's not that interesting question to me. You need more of a group, I think, to probably make it more wild. But
this one's called Three-Way, NSFW.
Okay.
We're already, boom.
Right, we're right in it.
It's like Battleship. You just like, can you hit the not safe for work ones or not?
Is this gonna have to do with like people that I know? If I would involve people that I know in a three-way?
Hope so.
I hope not. That's very uncomfortable.
All right, tonight you're going to have a three-way with Chris Hemsworth and the ghost of John F. Kennedy. What are you going to wear? Who's going to be the top?
The ghost of John F. Kennedy?
That's right.
I mean, Chris Hemsworth is the top.
He always.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'd be okay with that. He's a handsome dude,
if anyone's gonna do it.
It's whatever,
What are you gonna wear?
You can go for it. I don't even know what that means.
I guess you're not. I guess you're not just going right into it. You're gonna lead up.
Yeah,
like you all know you have a planned event tonight. You're going to meet up with them.
I'll probably wear something relatively nice. Probably something like this. I don't know. It's just,
the nicest.
It's kind of like just my style. Jean jacket and. Maybe have like a dress shirt underneath or something. I don't know. Do something like that. Yeah.
They can't bail. It doesn't matter what you wear. They can't bail. They're part of. They're in on it.
The ghost of JFK has really thrown me for a loop here, though. That's the thing. That's the weirdest part. Like, how does he get involved? At all? Is he just gonna be like there? I'm President. President John Fitzgerald Kennedy is.
I'm assuming for the sake of this experiment that he's a ghost you can actually interact with. Otherwise, he's just there spectating, But
he's gonna ectoplasm all over.
Well, busting makes you feel good.
Busting makes you feel good.
That's right.
I feel like you have to put the Ghostbusters theme on during.
Yeah. All right. What a story to tell.
It would be a story to tell. What about you? What about you, Zach? What would you wear?
I would wear.
Who would be the top?
A toga.
You'd wear a toga?
So what are they gonna do?
You want to
get
ready?
What are they gonna do about it?
I said, what are they gonna do about it? I guess that's fair. What can you do? That's what
Yeah, the top. I mean, we can alternate. I'm a
you could
switch kind
switch
of
it up.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. A little give and take, give and take.
Chris Hemsworth seems like the
Um,
easy option, but spice it up.
yeah. It is funny though. He was in a Ghostbusters movie. Now that we're talking about it, so he wasn't a Ghostbuster though. He was just the secretary.
Not yet. Me and Chris are gonna be ghost busting tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's cool.
Okay.
Sometimes you just get thrust into situations you didn't ask for, too.
Yeah.
That's Mindcrushers.
It's true. Thanks.
Here we got.
I don't know why I have to do
how
that.
deep is your worry? Extra Thinky.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Do you ever worry about what other people think of you? Do you ever worry that you worry too much about what other people think of you? Do you ever worry that you worry too much about worrying what other people think of you? How deep does it go?
So the answer to the first one is yes. I do. I think everybody does to a degree. But to me, it's not that deep. I don't worry that I worry too much about it. I think what I have is definitely I would consider a relatively healthy version of that. Like I care about like what my parents think of me. I care about what my family thinks of me and my closest friends. That's about it. I don't really care what anyone else really thinks about me. I don't really care. Coworkers at work, if they don't like me, that's fine. I don't like some of them, so they're I'm cordial, but I'm not really overly concerned about what people think or say, all that much. I don't really care all that much about like what, and when I go out, I don't really care all that much about what people think or say. I just kind of live my life, and but I will say I do often have that thought still, about like generally, maybe not super often, but I definitely do like I do have a consideration in terms of like how my friends see me and how like people that I'm close to would see me. So there is a certain degree of that is definitely still there.
Yeah, I don't. I'm completely in my no fucks given era. That's right.
I think me too. I love being in this era because like I've never like felt better about myself than when I started. And I felt this way for kind of a while, but like when I sort of realized that I felt that way, like I was just like, man, it's kind of great not really caring about not being all that concerned all that much about what other people think of you.
Right, like
girls I'm interested in, obviously I'm interested in what they think about me, but that's neither here nor there. That has nothing to do with just random people. I don't.
Yeah, random people, even coworkers, I have no problem telling people to fuck off. I'll laugh in their face,
My manager, I don't really care what he thinks. I mean, I care what he thinks about me on my employee review if I'm a good employee, but I don't care about if he likes me or not because I already don't think he likes me. I don't really like him all that much. But that doesn't. I don't care. To me, he's not like I'm not trying to make friends. He's my manager. I respect him, and he tells me what to do, and I follow it. I have pushback because I naturally resist authority, but if push comes to shove, he's telling me what to do, I'll do it. And that's kind of where I have respect for in that kind of regard, but I don't really like him. Like I don't like care what he thinks. Like, oh, that weird weeb or anything like, I don't know. I don't care. You can think whatever you want, but
yeah, I give people what they give me. Basically, it's
yeah.
If you're gonna be like shady, talking shit, whatever it may be, it's like I'll react accordingly, but I'm not gonna like take that to heart. It's not like affecting me. They're talking shit, and it's just more testament to their character. I'm like, I'll just like give them a look, and I'll start. I don't take the shit, I'll tell them to fuck off straight up. I do that at work sometimes, you know. But it's like I'm at
If
the
people are
point
like getting up in your business or whatever, or
like making like a comment or something about when
oh
it's
yeah,
like, and you know they do little shady things, you know, all these workplace things that you run into,
oh
all the
the
things
like
that
workplace
bother
drama.
you that people do, but like
Hmm.
situations where people are clearly talking shit about you. I'm not like, oh my
Hmm.
god, what are they saying about me? It doesn't affect me in that way. It's just like, all right, how can I how can I react to that like in an equal way? You know, I'm like, I'm not gonna only to talk shit about them. It's just, yeah, fuck off. I'm not gonna. You gonna get my
I
you're gonna get my RBF. My RBF's gonna come out. You know,
yeah,
just give them a look.
your RBF, and also just like you don't like who like shut up. You don't know anything about me. Like don't
Yeah,
talk shit about me behind my back. Yeah, like
I'll openly laugh in people's
whatever.
faces. You know.
I kind of like that. No, that's like honestly mad respect for that. I like I appreciate when people take stuff like that in stride, but also are like very like upfront in terms of how they legitimately feel about it. Like no, like go to hell. Like like I no, just
hmm
yeah, don't. People are kind of terrible to each
Yeah,
other.
and then
I
random
people
people you see in any random public situation, you know, that I don't, it doesn't bother me unless it's affecting other people I'm
mm,
with, kind of thing, you know. You know, like there was like
yeah.
we were like my girlfriend and I were like eating at a restaurant, and there was like she said there's some people looked like they're like there was like adults acting like kids, basically like looking, they were clearly looking over here like laughing about something, like they were
Mm-hmm,
saying something shady or something, and like it
mm-hmm.
didn't affect me at all, but I'm like, just don't. I'm just it upsets me if it upsets her, really, but it's just funny. Like there's some childish people out there, but I'm at the point where it doesn't
Yeah,
affect me, you know.
yeah. Like I'll buy like I'll go. This is something that I've actually like thought about sometimes where I'm like, it's probably weird to some people that I'm like going and buying like plushes or this like boatloads of manga, but I don't care. I'm gonna do me. And if anyone would say anything differently, like anything like make some offhanded remark about like how I'm a weirdo or whatever, just like get out of here. Like shut up. So we went to this actually reminds me. This past weekend, I went to a Final Fantasy concert, and I normally go with my friend Tara. Me and her have been going for basically every time, almost every single time that I've gone to one of these Final Fantasy concerts. I always take her because we were roommates in college, and so we're just been very close. We've always bonded over the series. So, but this time around, we also combined it with we were doing a get together with our Pathfinder group. So Dubs was there, my friend Josh, my friend John. They all came too, and we sort of lumped it together. I was like, hey, we're going down. You know, we're going down to this concert this weekend. We can maybe combine our get together that we're already planning. We can all go. Like, you guys probably won't be able to sit with us, but like you can all get tickets together and have a good time. So after the concert, I found out that they basically trauma bonded together because they had people that were just making. They are not like big Final Fantasy fans, to be honest. It probably would have been better if we would all sat together because they might have gotten more out of it, like me and her did.
hmm
They're not like huge franchise fans, so they had to deal with like people being obnoxious and weird. And there was like an old couple behind them, one of which was like they were all like kind of like saying a bunch of like weird stuff about like, oh, what is this video game, what is this crap, like stuff like that the whole like the whole time through it. They just like were just randomly talking through it. And I guess there was one time where they were like, yeah, there's this there was like a woman who's like, yeah, this guy I know, it's like my coworker's son's like 38 and he must stay at home and play these all day long. They're like judging people horribly, and I guess they left after intermission or something.
Well, how do
But
they
I
end
was
up
like,
there?
I would have. Yeah, I know. It's like these olds just showed up at a concert and they had no idea what they were there for, I guess. So we made a lot of made a lot of jokes at their expense on the way home.
Yeah.
But because when I heard that, I was like, what the heck? Like, really? And that's the kind of person I'd be like, shut the hell up. Like, can you imagine going into a place and like where everyone is cheering and like being really happy and like getting something out of it and thinking they're the weird ones?
Yeah.
Not you, who knows nothing about the concert that you paid money to go see.
Yeah, once you you cross that line, then the floodgates are open, and we're free to talk shit about them as much as the most vile shit.
Pretty much, yeah.
Physical, like surface level stuff, like
we said some pretty terrible things about them on the way home. I mean, it was all to make each other laugh, basically, but yeah. But like that to me is just like I don't care that you people think that. I don't care that there's anyone that thinks that about any of us. I'm there and I'm having a good time. Like I said on the way home, I was like, that's my happy place is at those concerts. So
yeah. And people try to fuck with that, they get shot.
Get out of here.
Oh.
Basically, yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, no.
How deep is your worry? How deep is your worry?
It ain't that deep.
Not that deep, bro.
Not that deep, bro.
Oh, we got marry, fuck, kill companies. NSFW.
Okay. I'm a little confused.
All right. Marry, fuck, IKEA. Kill. Disney, Smuckers, Pornhub. Go. How do you
This
fuck
is really
company?
Interesting, actually. This is really interesting.
Is it like fuck? Is it like fuck Disney? Is it like that?
No. I think it's very much like the traditional like like.
But how do you
marry,
do that?
Fuck, kill. Here's okay. These might be some hot takes here. Okay, so, marry Disney.
What?
Fuck Smuckers.
Fuck Smuckers.
Kill Pornhub.
Yep. Fuck Smuckers.
Fuck Smuckers. Yeah.
Sounds
and
like
kill
an
Pornhub.
insult. Okay.
Yeah.
But what does it mean to fuck Smuckers to you? What does that mean to you?
I think of like deliciousness. I think of
sloppy and
jam. Yeah. I think of some just good times.
Good time. You're there for a good time, not a long time.
I'm there for a good time, not a long time. Smuckers is like, with a name like Smuckers, it has to be good. Is the slogan, and so that means you gotta get while they getting good.
Disney,
so.
You marry them because they're more of a positive vibes, but also have a nice positive checkered vibes. Past.
They do have a checkered past. You can kind of forgive them for some of their current ills, but it's very much an I can fix her kind of thing. Like I can fix her. I can fix what's wrong with Disney, and I can fix her. And it's like remember once you had maybe some more traditional values before you're starting to try to remake everything. You had some nice, beautiful, wonderful, nurturing things, and you still can have some of that. In fact, you do still have some of that. There's still some of that there. Little Mermaid, it was a remake, but it was still really good. It had a lot of positive stuff in it, but not everything has to be remade. I can fix her. I can fix Disney. So that's where that kind of comes in.
And the rich too.
And and they were very wealthy, yes. And kill Pornhub because pornography addictions are I would say some of the most detrimental to interpersonal relationships. And I think that the ease of access to pornography is kind of awful. Also, Pornhub is just not a very good company. When you kind of dig in and understand like how they've paid their like the people that work for it, how it's as exploitative to women as the industry is in general anyways. Yeah, I think that I have all kinds of problems with it. I'm not going to sit here and say that I've never consumed pornography because that's just not true. I'm not going to.
Have you consumed more pornography than Smuckers?
How do you even? Probably, yeah.
I don't use Smuckers products too much,
I think we always had different kinds of. I think we always use Welch's grape jelly. I think it's typically what I used growing up. We didn't usually use Smuckers. Smuckers is one of those things when you go to like a diner or like
But you
something like
you
that.
could fuck
They have
around
the
with Smuckers
Smuckers.
on the side though, for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, easily. Yeah. I mean, hey, I've had Smuckers before, and I know it's delicious.
Smuckers is the
So.
jelly side piece of companies.
Anyway, how about you? What's your take on it?
Yeah, I haven't done the deep dive into Pornhub ethics, but I mean, it's porn. Take it or leave it. I would probably do the
Mm.
same. The only thing giving me pause is that I don't actually use Smucker's products. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
that does
could.
make it kind of
I
hard.
could use it.
Yeah, I could use it.
I've used my fair share of Pornhub for sure.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I'm not proud of it, but
I'm
it
proud.
is what it is.
I'm.
I'm proud. It's always a proud. There's no post nut clarity. It's always a
Yeah.
proud fap.
Yeah. Yeah. Walk out with my head held high. Look at me now.
Look at me.
So, doesn't mean we have to fuck moving forward. Could kill them.
Yeah, you kill all of them, really, if you think about it.
Yeah. I wonder. I don't know the ethics of Smuckers. There could be some bad.
There could
there.
be some bad stuff going on there. Yeah.
And Disney, of course.
Well, Disney's.
We don't talk about Disney.
Again, I can fix her.
But I would probably
agree
with you.
I can understand people saying kill Disney. I can understand that.
I'd probably agree with you morally though. Killing Pornhub,
Yeah.
fuck Smuckers.
It's like you even like
Cocksuckers.
like even like morality aside, I think like for in terms of like it's like like religious morals aside, I think like a lot of other vices, it's one of those things that's so easy to just like get too much of. Like it's everything in moderation, but it's like something like that is just like it's super volatile.
And obviously some of the aspects of it are toxic within the website itself,
Yeah.
The whole culture of a lot of things in there, but
Yeah.
That's what we'll do. We're on the same page, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Your parents fucking NSFW.
They did. That's how I'm here.
Why is it so upsetting to imagine your parents fucking? Shouldn't you be happy for them?
Shouldn't you be happy for them? Yes, but I don't. It's just weird. It is weird.
It is weird. It's just the two opposite worlds colliding. The innocence world.
Yeah.
Like generally parent-child relationships are like a more innocent. Like you don't necessarily just full on have conversations about sex. They're generally a more innocent side of your life, more wholesome. You might say.
What was that TV show?
Talk to your parents about fucking. The show?
It was called The Secret Life of the American Teenager. That was it. It was with Shailene Woodley. That's like where she got her big start, as an actress. And I remember I watched an episode of that, and I was like, no one talks like this. There is absolutely zero people in the world that talk like this. Everyone's just talking about sex, like openly with their parents and like with all their friends. And I'm just like, no one talks like this, like ever. Like friends will, sure, whatever, but like no one is talking to their parents about like that in that way. It was just super awkward. I was like, this is weird, man. Like
maybe we're just old-fashioned.
To me, yeah, I'm just old-fashioned. No, I mean, there is something just generally odd about it. It's like, yeah, I think I would agree with you. It's like there's a certain privacy and like innocence shielding that I think is just inherent in like parent-child relationships, and I think that even continues into adulthood in a way. I mean, I think it should. What they're getting into, entirely their business. I don't really want to or need to know about it. Obviously, I know that they have 3 children. So clearly
3 times confirmed.
They've done it at least 3 times. Yeah. So, I mean, and I don't know. I think it's just like that to me is like that's the healthy part of relationships between people who are married is that they keep the romance and the intimacy alive physically and emotionally. And one of the easiest, best ways to do that, sex really does make you that with each other. I mean, it just by its very nature, you're rubbing up your bits against each other. I mean, that's gonna be a very intimate, personal thing. So, and if you're married, you should do that. But I don't want to think about my parents doing that.
Certain relationships just have different dynamics, and by default, the parents tend to be the ones you'll talk about certain things with them, and then you talk to your friends about different things, and you might talk to your partner about different things, you know, and you gotta like use your audience appropriately. It's not just like
I love that. Use your audience appropriately.
It's just it's become a natural thing, you know.
Yeah.
This is opposite worlds, you know. You keep them separate as much as possible. The more they overlap, the more uncomfortable situations get. That's why you get stories of like people still remember walking in on their parents doing this or that, or your parents walking in on you doing this, and it sticks with you, you know.
Yeah.
Luckily, I haven't had that, but
that's good. Me either, actually. So, yeah.
There you go, halfway through here. Oh, this one's called Jupiter is Awesome, NSFW.
Okay, I'm sorry. How is that NSFW? I love Jupiter is awesome. What are you talking about? Okay. I'm gonna regret saying that now.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how fuckable is the planet Jupiter? They loved that. They loved how fuckable is this thing that it's unfathomable. It's not fuckable at all. Mindcrushers, sorry.
I mean, it does have a giant spot on it, which I suppose you could consider as a giant gaping hole. But what that is a giant storm that's been happening for like hundreds of thousands of years on Jupiter. Well, actually, I don't know if that's true. Don't quote me on that part. It's a storm that's been happening on Jupiter for a really long time.
Storms are coming, but we aren't. So.
I mean, like, I don't know. In terms of all the planets,
top tier fuckable of the planets. Marry, fuck, kill. Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune. Yeah.
So of the gas giants, it might be the warmest because it's closest to the sun.
Ooh.
Its coloration is kind of nice. You know, it's sort of like a nice little red and nice red color. The problem is it has a bunch of things orbiting around it. It has like the most moons of any of the gas giants because of how big it is. It's so big. It has a large gravitational pull.
Do you want to fuck a gas giant?
Well, see here, that's another thing right there. It's a gas giant.
Doesn't sound fuckable.
Gas. It doesn't. I mean, it sounds more
on paper.
Than.
Would you
more
fuck
than like,
a gas giant? You know,
it's a lot more than like a rocky planet like Mercury. You know, it's a bunch of holes and spotted and everything. But I don't like how many things are orbiting around it. That makes it seem like it's really clingy in a lot of ways, and it also makes it that it's a lot of its X's are a little obscure. So I'm gonna rank it like a 4, I think.
Wow, this is exactly what Mindcrushers wanted too. Right for it.
I gave them what they want. I hope they're happy. Actually, no. It'd probably be more like a 5. Yeah.
It's a 1. It's a planet.
Okay.
I'm not even.
Yeah. It's like I'm not
entertaining the.
I'm not even gonna play your games. I'm not gonna play along. This is a stupid card.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was stupid. I hated that. I'm sorry that I did that. I regret that I did that now.
It's a regretful fuck for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, there's no happiness in that.
This one's called Stupid Rights.
Okay, it's got a funny little dog on it. That's fun.
That's right. Do you think there's going to be a social movement advocating for stupid people's rights? Like, not for mentally disabled people, just for stupid people who talk bad and can't do jobs well. You think it's coming?
It's already here, man. It's already here. I mean, like, look, I mean, you want to people sounding off on freaking Twitter or Reddit or other sounding boards.
Okay, well, what rights
Those
are they?
already are that, basically. I mean, like, do I think that that's that exact specific thing? Like, I'm stupid and you deserve to give me more rights. That's not ever going to happen because no one thinks they're stupid. That's the thing. A lot of like people think on average they are way smarter than like most other people. There's like statistics to show that people think they're smarter than other people. Even though statistically speaking, I think the average IQ is somewhere in like I think it's like one. I don't even know if it's in the hundreds. I think it's like 90 something. It's kind of low.
Little known fact: the average IQ is below average.
Yeah. Well, it's specific. Yeah, because I think average is 120. But that's worldwide. I'm thinking like the English speaking world.
Yeah.
Average Twitter user may be Neanderthal. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I think there's that specific thing. No. But I think you get a lot of that generally happening anyways. Because the loudest people in most groups are unfortunately not always the most informed people in the groups. And I hate that. I can't tell you how much I hate that. Like you would think we would laud and applaud people who have the vast amount of intelligence and research and knowledge on a thing, on any of a thing, and they're the ones that are your representative, or you're an advocate for something. But that's unfortunately not. It doesn't always happen that way, and it sucks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's just stupid people. They infiltrate and find their rights in other ways. You know, for sure. They advocate for stupid things. You know, and in that way, they advocate for stupid rights. You know, just go on Facebook. See what your cousins are posting.
See what your cousins are posting.
Try to find a good post in there.
My cousin posts some good stuff.
Oh, okay.
Those other things, I'm like, look, man, shut up.
But yeah, some stupid people are loud and proud. That's right.
Yeah. Well, the rough part is the stupid people that are loud and proud and are representing us in places of power.
Yeah.
That's the worst. That's the worst part.
And they always will. They'll always find a way.
Yeah, well, they'll always find a way to infiltrate.
Special delivery, NSFW.
Okay. What's being delivered?
You're a doctor helping a woman give birth. You're telling her to breathe, push. She's almost there. You watch in horror as a soccer ball emerges from the woman's birth canal. It slides out of her vagina and into your hands. What do you say to the woman, and what do you do with the soccer ball?
What do you do with the soccer ball? You start juggling it, obviously. What do you say? What do you say to the woman? I would be like, ma'am, are you sure this was supposed? This isn't a what? I would just. I'd be.
Slides right out into your hands. You gotta give her a good goal. like
the Hispanic soccer announcers.
Yeah.
Oh, you go on for like a good a point where it becomes really uncomfortably long.
No, not that long. Not that long. Long enough for everybody actually starts getting excited. And they're like, yeah. And they forget they even were supposed to have a baby to begin with. They're like, oh, great, we got a goal. And then they just leave, and they're like, wait, are we forgetting something?
So you put it on the ground, and you pass it to the dad, and be like, quick, shoot.
Yeah, heads up, champ.
Heads up.
She'll never do that with an actual son.
Well, I would want to ask her what she was doing recently to have this happen.
I mean, it's coming out the birth canal. It's like, you can't blame her too much. It's a phenomenon. You got to give him the soccer ball.
You have to give them soccer ball back. Yes, I think you hand it to them, but you like
maybe put it in like a little like swaddle it up.
Like in one of those like I know you'd put it in. So instead of like you think like you wrap it up in like blankets, like you're handing a little baby. With this you put it in one of those like those net things. So those like soccer net things that you so basically you put it in like a net, and the net has a string, and you attach the string to your wrist. And so those things are like, that's how you like. They're really good for like when you're younger. Well, even in like high school I'd use them, but it just helps for like hand-eye coordination and like making sure you get the foot on the ball and everything like that. So you don't give them to it that way, but you do wrap it up in one of those just so it is nice and protected.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on a leash too, so you got it. There you go.
We'll say it'll just be like, well, you got the day or two that the insurance allows, and then you're gonna have to go, but you get a nice souvenir.
You have to get out of here.
I mean, I got nothing. Never seen anything quite like it, but
I'd be shocked. I would be dumbfounded. I'd also be like, why am I the doctor? I guess I just am. It just shows me, I guess. You're the doctor now.
I would like to know an actual doctor what their reaction would be in that situation, but
yeah, would they be as dumbfounded and flabbergasted?
Surely there's an explanation for this. Let me go consult the nurses.
Was the father a soccer ball also?
You look around at everybody's soccer balls. It's all making sense.
Everything's coming together. Everything's coming together.
It's an episode of Twilight Zone or Goosebumps unfolding before you. And then you look down and you're turning into a soccer ball as well.
Ah! But the women are all still like human. It's just like the men are all
a world where women
soccer balls.
Only give birth to soccer balls now.
Yeah.
It's a very dystopian like society.
What does it say? So the women get to kick us around? Is that kind of what
that's the commentary.
Women church? Yeah. Women really just kick men around. That's all they're good
women
for.
Kick ass is the takeaway.
Okay.
It's an empowering indie film.
Wow. Really, that's very powerful. Wow.
All right. This one's called Braaaaains.
Braaaaains.
Do you think zombies are happy? Shut the fuck up, Mindcrushers.
I don't think they think anything. I don't think zombies are anything. That's the whole point of zombies. They don't have, like, yeah, okay, different freaking mythos have different, like, takes on zombies, but I'm just gonna say no. But they're also not happy because they don't have an emotion anymore. They just consume.
Right. I haven't watched, I guess, a lot of zombie stuff. Mostly The Walking Dead is most of my zombie time, but I don't know. Has there been a movie where someone's gone from zombie to not zombie?
Did they do that in that one like zombie love story one? I don't know. Or iZombie? Did they do that in that? I don't know.
Lisa Frankenstein.
All I know is that all I know is that I've heard really good stuff about that actually.
Yeah, I want to watch it.
What I will say is that zombies are supposed to be like commentary on like consumerism and like.
Oh please.
They're
eating brains.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's like they're rotting. They're like decaying corpses, and they're just the mindless masses.
This is your mind on social media.
This is your mind on social media. This is your mind on Twitter. Yeah.
Right.
But I don't care. It's not a stupid question.
That's
a stupid question.
All right, one more. This will be our last one.
Please make it a better one than that one. Please.
This one's called Big Dick Airlines.
It's already doing better.
Pretty stupid NSFW.
Okay.
Everybody say hello to Big Dick Airlines. It's an airline whose planes are shaped like big old dicks, and the flight attendants wear sperm costumes. The luggage is stored in a dangling sack below the plane. Are you the kind of person who would pay extra to ride the big dick?
Pay extra to ride the big dick. I would not pay extra, but I would. That would be entertaining to fly on. I think that'd be funny. I like how the flight attendants are all in sperm uniforms. I think that's really funny.
It's a nice touch, the attention to detail in this place.
Yeah,
and this
you gotta appreciate the theming,
with the the dangling luggage. I don't know. I would really need some assurance on that.
Yeah. Is it one of those things where like if you get up when you get up like really high and it gets cold, does it like does the luggage like tighten up?
Yeah.
I would actually hope that the luggage is like. It's when it's at rest. That's when it's dangling down. That's how they're able to load it up. But then it shrinks and compresses up in when you're in flight, so your stuff is protected.
Yeah.
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I assume that's a big hazard, though. I would really have to. I don't know how much I would trust it. Because not only is your luggage seemingly less safe, but you're less safe. Like you're covering more area in the sky that like can be hit by things and messed up. You know, to maneuver all that swinging package as you.
Well, that's why you can't swing. Yeah, it has to shrink up in. Yeah, that's it.
It's gonna be a compact package.
Yeah,
but it specifically says a dangling sack. They're trying to really show that the imagery.
That does sound horribly unsafe. I mean, I know that like truckers and people go along with those like. The scrotes that they go along with, they put on their I've seen lady bits and stuff they put on like vehicles, and those are like so horribly tacky. I hate those like with a burning passion. I really don't like those things. Right. So awful, but
because you might say look, it's an airline, so it's gonna have the everything is gonna be in order to actually be safe if it's gone through to be an airline like this, but we don't know because, people also were allowed to go in that submersible, and they did. They paid extra for that.
Yeah, they did pay extra for that. You could not pay me to do that. In fact, you couldn't have paid me. You could have paid me $1 million to do it, but I would probably be on some kind of substance. Actually, no, that might be a terrible idea because if I was in a claustrophobic setting and was on a substance, that's actually easy grounds for like a panic attack, so maybe not.
Yeah, I mean,
I would just sleep through it. I would just sleep through it at that point.
So I can't even trust that everything's in order with this airline. They're not gonna just have it at a regular airport. I don't know.
Nope.
But I'm not the kind of person who would pay extra to ride the big dick.
Nope.
I never will be either.
I appreciate the theming, but yeah, the swinging package and the
only the one time with Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, that's the only time because we were forced to by Mindcrushers
and Ghost JFK.
Ghost. So weird. So awkward.
I'm not talking about the airport either.
That's cute. I like that.
All right, that's it for Mindcrushers this time around. I hope your mind was crushed.
Right. I definitely was sufficiently mushed to some way.
Yeah, it really takes you for a trip, along this. A lot of NSFW. Like, more NSFW than not, probably. So.
Yeah, this time around. So. There, you filthy monsters. Hope you get your kicks in today.
You sickos.
All
right, well, if they enjoyed this video, what videos should they watch next?
Go check out our review of review show, which we just started earlier this month.
A review of review show.
Yeah. No, go check out our first episode of the review show. I think it's a good time. Good way for us to look back on and see different perspectives on some movies that we've reviewed in the past. So it was a good time.
Check it out. And as always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment. And if you do leave a comment, we'll be sure to read it in the next episode of the Tarqaron podcast. All right, click all the links in the description for the social media and everything else. Okay.
Yeah.